We are heading to Palanok Castle in Mukachevo, which is probably the most famous and popular of the castle of Transcarpathia, and there is prohibited to go by car in 38 Celsius of heat. So we are walk under the angle in the noon, but it's worth it because it's the oldest fortress in Ukraine. And it attracts attention immediately as the castle is located on the mountains, majestical rising above the city.
Oh guys, something about today's weather. As always. My mom said I'm looking like a bomb.
It is interesting that the castle is divided into 3 levels, upper, middle and lower, where the first is the oldest and all parts are the last is the youngest. There is no official date of building this castle, but sources are saying that in 9th century it's already existed. Mom is saying she better like a castle in Krakow, the Vavel castle, and the castle in Uzhhorod. Actually, the castle in Uzhhorod is also really nice, but this Palanok Castle was made for fighting and combat and defense. So I think it's perfectly doing its function. Guys, I'm looking like a crap or piece of shit. So if you see vlogger that is looking fabulous, fantastic, filming hiking, for example, or somewhere in Egypt, do not believe, it's all false. And it was saying that Europe was enduring the extreme heat wave with temperatures soaring above 40 degrees Celsius in numerous locations, including Ukraine, and I might understood why they built the castle with so thick walls that can keep people cool during the sweltering heat. And well, do you know where we found temporary shelter to escape the heat? In torture chambers, and I'm telling you guys, I was refreshed. In 1782, by the order of Emperor Joseph II, this political prison was opened where about 2,000 prisoners died. Participants of the Jacobin conspiracy, Vienna, the French consul, the Austrian politician and historian Joseph Gourmayer, the leader of Greek liberation movement Alexander Ypsilanti, oh my gosh, I hope I'm speaking it correctly and pronouncing correctly, Italian, Polish, Hungarian, Czech and Austrian political prisoners also. My mom did not like this place. She said she felt some negative energy there. I bet she did, but at least we cooled down. After we left torture chambers, we noticed that some people are hiding in the thickness of the wall corridors. They have a bench and they were trying to cool themselves. My iPhone 14 Pro is dead because of heat. It was overheating and now we cannot use it. There was a museum on the Palanok Castle territory that explained the history of the castle. It's believed that Mukachevo Castle was built in Kievan Rus time. Back then it was just a wooden fortification, and from here it derived its name Palanok Castle. But in 14th century, under the ownership of Podylia Prince Fedor Koryatovich, hope I pronounce it correctly, he significantly rebuilt and updated the defensive complex. I think this small museum is dedicated to the history of this castle from the moment of appearing the first people in this area till today. It's actually very interesting. Since the 16th century, Austria and Transylvania constantly fought for Palanok Castle, and due to this, it's often changed its owners. In the year of 1633, it passed to Transylvanian Prince Dir Rakoczy, hope I pronounce it correctly, who turned Mukachevo fortress into the center of his princedom. Under this rule, defensive facility was actively renewed and rebuilt. Actually, this remarkable item was built under Koryatovich ownership, this 85-meter deep wheel. Yeah, guys, and the monument to this prince has been put in the upper castle. Is the monument of Prince Koryatovich, the one who designed and constructed all these castles. So, according to the belief, if you take his finger and made a wish, it will become true. But guys, it's just only fairy tale. Nowadays is a bunch of restoration works are being carried out in Mukachevo Castle, but the branch of the Transcarpathian Museum of Local History continues to work, guys. Yeah. This is the same historical exhibition we have been already.
Meanwhile, I was got heat exhaustion and tried to cool down myself again. At the same time, my mom was feeling fatigue and couldn't walk straight. But as Freddy said, show must go on. So, after Prince Rákóczi's death, his widow, Sofia Báthory, assumed the power. Under her rule, 2 defensive terraces and outer defensive ring were built in the castle. By the way, the princess was one of the Palanok's most striking rulers and became famous for her extreme cruelty. They were saying she had drunk human blood and bathed in it in order to find eternal youth. Ew, I think it was the blood of the virgins.
Guys, I need to do a pause here and express my gratitude and appreciate everyone who is watching this video. Thank you guys, you're amazing. And ask for a tiny help. Unfortunately, I need to do fundraising. We need 5 medical kits for my friend in military unit. In accordance to the rotation, he and his brigade has been transferred on 0 and they need proper medical supplies with CAT tourniquets. Guys, my goal is to fundraise 27,000 hryvnias and buy 5 medical kites for Eugene. By the way, previously we have already bought from this supplier these kind of kites, 5 pieces, and my friend William from US made donation, and thank you William, I much appreciate you. This was possible only with your donations. So this time I'm hoping to buy another 5 with your help, guys. I know that some of you are pretty donated out and there is so much fundraising all over the internet, and if you stretched financially, it's okay, I totally understand it, it's reasonable. Yes, so in case you do not have the possibility to donate, please share this video with your family and friends and it will help. Guys, in case you willing to donate and have such opportunity, please proceed to description of the video and you will see my buy me a coffee link. Just donate there and put the comment for kites, medical supplies. Thank you guys, and let's get back to the castle. By the way, all the reports regarding buying these medical supplies will be put in the posts and in the short videos. So, thank you for understanding and thank you for trust. Let's get back to the castle.
Mukachevo Castle history is connected with the name of one more woman, Ilona Zvrini, Sofia's Báthory daughter-in-law. Contrary to her mother-in-law, she became famous for extraordinary courage, which she showed during repulsing Austrian troops' attack on the castle. The siege lasted 2.5 years, and Ilona Zvrini led fortress garrison the whole time. But after all, the castle was taken by the enemy. Austrians tricked Ilona Zvrini. By the late of 18th century, Palanok Castle lost its tragic meaning. Soon political prison of Austrian monarchy was opened here.
Guys, I have a theory regarding that guy. If you look here, you will see downstairs in the main entrance of this section of the castle. So I think when castle was attacked, people were trying to break through the gates, and this hall was used for putting something burning on them just to kill them. I think yes.
And finally, in 1989, museum was settled in the castle. Mukachevo Historical Museum has an area of 4,000 square meters and stored here interesting documents, relics, paintings directly related to the history of the city as a whole and Transcarpathia region. The permanent exhibition divided into several thematic groups. The first is Mukachevo Ice Ancestors. In this exhibition, one can see rare postcard photographs of the city. Some of them have been recreated within today's technology while retaining the flavor of bygone days. The second is ethnographic exhibition that occupies 4 halls of the museum. Each of them talks about different nationalities living in the city at different times. Exhibitions halls are decorated with folk costumes, military uniforms, as well as objects of everyday life of Ukrainians, Austrians and Jewish people. While walking on these historical halls and exploring everything, I was amazed at how rich and diverse Ukrainian heritage and history are, and it's worth saying that the feeling of our inferiority as a nation played into the hands of Russian propagandists, who for many years in the row told us about peasant language, called Ukrainians hohols who know nothing but lard and borscht. They wanted to gaslight us and convince that we are less of the nation, even using Ukrainian national costume for that purposes. In the Soviet time, they liked to portray Ukrainian costume as cheap, funky and stupid. Viburnum poppy flower embroidered jacket for women and wire red harem pants for men. But guys, spoiler, ethnic embroidery shirts never featured viburnum or poppies, and Cossacks, if they wore harem pants, then not like that. Men dressed in European fashion. You can check and confirm it from the exhibition of national Ukrainian costume I'm showing you now. Guys, I know you're watching this video till the very end just to check if I have collapsed from the heat stroke. But no, museum have had an air conditioner and in the end I was fine. Thank you for watching and sharing with me this amazing journey and history lesson. See you in the next video, guys. Bye bye, loves.